Good evening, everyone. This is Steve Lookner with Right Side Broadcasting, bringing you a news alert with some news from the North Korea-South Korea border. A North Korean soldier has defected to South Korea through the joint security area there, which we'll talk about in a moment. And while defecting, the soldier was shot by North Korean forces. I guess they shoot soldiers who try to defect. But the soldier is alive. The soldier is in South Korean custody and is getting treated. And South Korea is getting ready for some kind of military provocation, perhaps, from North Korea over this incident. So we wanted to update you, give you the details that we know about this incident, and also explain a little bit about where this happened and how it's set up there. So first, let me just read you this post from Will Ripley of CNN. He says, a North Korean soldier was shot and injured while defecting to South Korea through the joint security area in the demilitarized zone between the North and South on Monday, the Joint Chiefs of Staff said so today. The wounded soldier is in the custody of South Korea's military. And then we have a further quote here. South Korea's Joint Chief of Staff said in a statement on Monday, on November 13th in the afternoon at JSA, the Joint Security Area, one North Korean soldier had defected from the North Korean guard post in front of Panmunjom towards the Freedom House. He is in South Korean military's custody. Defected soldier was wounded by the North Korean fire during defection. So North Koreans fired at the soldier when the soldier was defecting. He is in emergency evacuation. Our military has raised the alert level in anticipation of a possibility of a North Korean provocation. The military is maintaining a full readiness. So what is this joint security area where this happened? Well, the joint security area, as Wikipedia says, it's the only portion of the Korean Demilitarized Zone where North and Korean forces stand face to face. So the Demilitarized Zone is a line between the two Koreas. It's an area, I can give you a little better description of that here. It's the strip of land running across the Korean peninsula, and it separates the two countries, and it's a border barrier that divides the Korean peninsula roughly in half. It was created by agreement, and it is in 1953, and it is about 2.5 miles wide. And you can see here, it says, Wikipedia says, within the DMZ is a meeting point between the two nations in the small joint security area near the western end of the zone where negotiations take place. So the joint security, so I believe the DMZ, there's no kind of troops in there or anything because it's called a demilitarized zone. So I should have read up a little more about the DMZ before I did this broadcast. But anyway, that's my understanding of it. But the Joint Security Administration is the only place in the DMZ where the soldiers actually face each other. And it's a small area, and I'm going to show you some pictures of it here as I'm going through here. Hang on a second. Let me show you the actual pictures of it. Oh, I know what I did. Here we go. So there are these buildings in the joint security area where North Koreans and South Koreans can get together and have some negotiations. And again, this area is not North Korea or South Korea. It's in between the two. So, but there actually, you know what, I correct myself, because now there is, I think it used to be that way, but now there is a border halfway between the area, between North and South Korea. So this view shows you these buildings that are in, these buildings are in the JSA. So right here, what you're seeing is you're seeing South Korean soldiers looking north. That building you're looking at is Panmunjom, the white building facing us. That is in North Korean territory. North Korea and South Korea each have a building on either side of this JSA, the Joint Security Area. So that is the North Korean building you're looking at, and these are these South Korean soldiers on the south side facing the north. And there's a strip of concrete. You can kind of see it about halfway between the soldiers and the other side of the blue buildings. That strip of concrete marks, I believe, the border between North Korea and South Korea. There originally wasn't that border there, but they ended up, I think they put it there in the 70s or something, but you can go look at the JSA article on Wikipedia and read for yourself. So that's looking north. That building there is Panmunjom. So what reportedly happened is a North Korean soldier was posted as a guard in that white building. And I don't know if the soldier walked towards the south where these soldiers you see are standing, or ran towards the south, or said something like, maybe he threw down his gun and said, "I defect," or something, because you'd think that that the North Korean soldier wouldn't want to walk towards the south with his gun. That would be seen as threatening. So I'm wondering if the North Korean soldier said something like "I defect" or threw down his gun and ran. And while going towards the south, of the south part of this JSA, he was shot by North Korean forces who apparently knew what he was doing, I'm guessing, and shot at him for defecting. That's my guess. So and let me just show you, we see this in the statement from the South Korea Joint Chiefs of Staff. See what it says? It says, one North Korean soldier had defected from the North Korean guard post in front of Panmunjom towards the Freedom House. So again, this here is Panmunjom. That's on the North Korean side of the JSA. Actually, I think it's north of the JSA. I'm not sure, but it's on the North Korean side. And that's another shot of Panmunjom there. So the North Korean soldier had a guard post in that building, the white building, and moved toward the south. I'm guessing saying something like "I defect" or something, because otherwise they wouldn't know he was defecting. Or did something to convey that he was defecting. And the North Korean soldiers still in that white building, I believe, or somewhere on that north side, shot at him and hit him. And this post also said, from Will Ripley, the soldier was going towards Freedom House. And you might say, what is Freedom House? Well, Freedom House looks like this. Freedom House is on the South Korean side of the JSA, and it's like this. It's like the South Korean version of Panmunjom. So on each side of the JSA, of those blue buildings, you have a big North Korean building and a big South Korean building. This is the South Korean building. That's Freedom House. I think I have another good photo of it here. Well, that was one. Let's see here. That's Freedom House as well, but I was trying to get you. Here it is. So you can see here, look, there are the blue buildings. That's looking south. So let me do this. Let's see if I can get you a good comparison here. That's looking north in the JSA, blue buildings, at the North Korean building, Panmunjom. This is looking south through the JSA at Freedom House. So basically, the North Korean soldier ran from that white building here, the North Korean building, ran or walked or moved toward Freedom House on the south side, and to defect, and while doing so, he was shot. And a little more information here. I'm going to give you a couple quick stories here. This is from Yonhap News Agency, which I think is Japanese. Let me look up Yonhap. Let's see. South Korea, I'm sorry. I don't know why I was thinking it was Japanese. Anyways, Yonhap News Agency is South Korean. They say a North Korean soldier defected to South Korea through the joint security area in the Demilitarized Zone Monday. He suffered a gunshot while defecting and was sent to a hospital for treatment. In the afternoon today, a North Korean soldier defected from a guard post on the North Korean side of the JSA toward our side, and our military took him. The JSA is a small strip of land on the border between the Koreas where troops from both sides stand face to face. And again, the military has raised its alertness against the North Korean military's possible provocations and is maintaining its full readiness posture. So there's a worry by South Korea that, that South Korea has taken in this defecting soldier from North Korea. So will North Korea do something to strike back at them? We don't know what that might be, but they are getting ready for that kind of thing to happen. And then this was an article from nknews.org, and they say, let's see, he was shot by a North Korean soldier but succeeded in crossing. He's been evacuated for medical treatment. But they also said the defection, sorry, let me outline this. The defection is not the first by a KPA, that's North Korean soldier, this year. 2 North Korean soldiers walked across the military demarcation line, MDL, on June 13th and June 23rd. So this is something that happens, but it is a serious thing. So So that's what we know right now. We know a North Korean soldier has defected to the south, was shot while defecting by the North Koreans, but has made it across, is being treated in South Korea right now. And South Korea is getting ready for some possible provocation by North Korea in response. So that's where we are right now. This has been Right Side Broadcasting. I want to update you on this story. And if you like our broadcasts, subscribe to us on YouTube so you can get, and click the notifications bell so you get notified whenever we come on the air live or post a news video. And also, we are viewer supported, so we appreciate your donations, because your donations are what keeps us on the air. If you want to donate, you can go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. Or you can, what you can do is on any of our live videos, just go to the YouTube chat room and click on the $ at the bottom of the chat room. There's a little $sign there. Also, I am at Lookner on Twitter, at LOOKNER. You can follow me if you like breaking news, because I post about breaking news all the time. I was just posting about this on my Twitter. So that's going to wrap up our broadcast for right now. Thanks for joining us, and keep your eye on Right Side Broadcasting for more breaking news and news updates. From all of us here at Right Side Broadcasting, this is Steve Lookner. We will see you soon.